When it comes to reading, there are generally three categories of people. The first category is made of those who like reading, they love reading, and unfortunately they do not know how to read. They do not know how to make the best out of a document or a book. So they want to learn, they want to discover, they want to get the best out of a book, but they do not know how. The second category is made of those who don't like reading, they don't want to read, but somehow they are conscious of the fact that it is important for them to read. It is important for them to learn how to read or to learn how to make the best out of a document or a book. And the third category is made of those who don't like reading, don't love reading, don't want to read, don't want to even know how to read. They don't want to hear anything that is related to reading. If you are part of the third category, I will tell you to stop watching this video. Go and do something else. If not, you waste your time here, because some of the things that I will share in this video will not help you at all. However, if you are part of the first and the second category, what I will tell you is, you probably ask yourself, how do I enhance my reading skills? How do I make the most benefit of my readings? How do I become a good reader? How do I do all of that? I'm answering that question in 3 seconds. Hello everybody, 𝐞𝐧𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐿 is my name, and welcome to this channel. If you are interested in personal development, if you want to learn a few tips on personal development and entrepreneurial development, then you are at the right place. I want you to do 2 things right now. Number 1, subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button, which is located at the right side of your screen, so I can keep sending you videos. Secondly, activate the notification, the bell, so that whenever I post a new video, you are notified. You don't miss anything. In today's video, I want to share with you a few tips on how to develop your reading skills. Reading is very important, and we all know, if reading is not important to you, as I earlier said, stop watching this video. Don't waste your time. Go and do something else. But if reading is important to you and you want to learn how to do that, you want to develop your reading skills, then you are at the right place. So the first tip that I want to share with you is to define a domain, a field in which you read. Don't read anything, especially at the beginning. When you have not yet gotten to a place where you're very comfortable with reading, then I would like you to read in a particular field. Decide that I'm going to read in personal development, I'm going to read books in medicine, I'm going to read books in cosmetics, I'm going to read books in politics, in economics. But you've got to choose a field. You've got to choose a field, and especially a field that you love, something that you're passionate about, something that you like. Don't just read anything, because that's a mistake a lot of people do. They are reading in everything, any field. They get a book in politics, in economics, in physics, in maths, in medicine, in personal development, in business. They just read anything, and at the end of the day, they read nothing, because they will not get the most out of their reading. So what you should do is define your reading field. You tell yourself, I'm going to be reading in personal development. For example, I'm going to be reading in cosmetics. I'm going to be reading in politics. Whatever be the field you are interested in, define that and start from there. The second thing you have to do is to set daily reading time. To set aside a time every single day to read. Don't just say, I will read when I have time. If you say that, you will not have time. Tell yourself, I will read for 30 minutes every single morning when I get up. That's more specific. Tell yourself, I will read for 15 minutes every day during my break. Tell yourself, I will read for 45 minutes before I go to bed. You know, reading is not necessarily sitting down for 4 hours, for 5 hours to read. No, you can read for 15 minutes every single day, and if you're consistent with that, you're gonna get the most benefit from your reading. So set a time every single day to read. And number 3, you've got to set reading goals. What do I mean by that? Reading goals means that you tell yourself that every single week or every single month or every single year, this is the quantity or the quality of books that you will read. You can say, for example, I will read 1 book every month. in this field. I will read one book every week in this field. I will read one, depending on your capacity. And I always advise people, those that are not used to reading, to start with one book a month. I think this is a reasonable goal. Everybody can do that. Reading one book a month, it's possible. So you can start from there. When you have decided that I'm reading in this particular field, you tell yourself, this month I will read a book in cosmetics. You take a book and you read it. Next month you take another book in cosmetics, you read it. The coming month you take another book in cosmetics, you read it. And the more you do that, you find yourself understanding the field, and you begin to feel like an expert. You begin to feel like, hey, whenever they're talking about cosmetics, I have something to say. And that's how you become an expert, you know. So set your reading goals. Tell yourself that for example, me, I read one book every single week. So my reading goal is one book a week and 50 books a year. Now, you must not necessarily do that. Depending on your capacity and your availability, you can set your reading goals. The last thing that I want to share with you is to apply what you read. This is very important. A lot of people read stuff, they read books, they read documents, they read content, but at the end of the reading, they're still empty. Why? Because they just read to say that they have read. They don't read to understand, to learn, and to get better. And one of the ways you do it is, whenever you finish reading a book, ask yourself, what is the one information, what is the one idea, what is the one piece of information that I have understood, that I have learned from this book, which I can apply right now? Very important. Ask yourself that question whenever you finish reading a book. Reading a book doesn't mean that you read everything and you memorize everything and you do everything that is in the book. No. Reading a book means that you go through the book and you are looking for that idea, that information, that piece of idea that will change the course of your life. As soon as you find that, you do it. So always ask yourself, when you have finished reading a book, what can I do right now from what I have read? And when you answer that question, do it right there. Start doing it, act on it, apply it. And when you begin to apply the information that you read in books, you begin to feel more comfortable. You feel like, hey, I'm reading and it's making sense. It's helping me. My reading, it's not just reading, but my life is getting better because I'm taking action, I'm doing it. And I feel like this thing is working, you know. Take action. Don't read for reading's sake. Take action. Do something about it. Read and apply your reading. Don't apply everything because you have books with 1,000 ideas, with 1 million ideas. It doesn't mean you have to apply everything. Choose one or two main ideas, two key ideas from your reading. Apply. Do it right there, and you will be on your sure way to enhancing reading skills. Before I go, I want to announce to you the upcoming of my book. My book will be published on the 30th of this month, and I invite you, if you're interested, to click in the link in the description below to be able to pre-order the book. The book is titled The Excuses That Killed My Dream. I will not tell you more in this video. I'm preparing another video where I will explain to you the content of the book, but the book is wonderful. The book is powerful. If you're interested in personal and entrepreneurial development, then this book is for you. So click on the link below in the description box in order to pre-order your copy. And looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.